Heartland Landfill, owned and operated by the Capital Regional District. The CRD gained ownership in 1975 and full management in 1985. The landfill is located 14 kilometers northwest of Victoria. Although the CRD owns the landfill, it is not responsible for waste collection. Each municipality organizes their own waste collection services. Some have established municipal collection programs, while others have opted to hire private companies such as Waste Management and BFI Canada. Heartland is used by approximately 340,000 people in the CRD. This includes 13 municipalities and 3 electoral areas. Each year, approximately 140,000 tons of garbage is hauled to Heartland. The landfill life cycle consists of 3 phases. The first phase has already been filled, sealed, and replanted. We are currently in the second phase, and preparation has started for the third. At this rate, the landfill is expected to reach capacity by 2035.
To extend the lifespan of the landfill, the CRD created the Blue Box program in 1989. It has become widely accepted in the region and become a social norm within our society. The CRD diverts approximately 26,000 tons of potential garbage each year through its Blue Box programs, reducing total waste accumulation. Currently, service is provided for 113,000 homes, and new recyclable materials are added to the Blue Box each year. Although Blue Box has been successful, new initiatives need to be undertaken. A recent study has shown that 30% of all materials hauled in the Heartland are food waste and other organics.
I'm sorry, but we interrupt your programming with breaking news. We are joining you on this Wednesday, April 11th of 2012 to inform you that it seems the CRD will be living up to its slogan of making a difference together. The CRD has just announced a region-wide kitchen scrap strategy. Now, it will be implemented over 3 separate phases. The first phase will be from 2013 to 2014. It'll be an incentive to those haulers that bring separated kitchen scraps to designated drop-offs, receiving $20 per ton. Phase 2 will start in 2014. During this phase, Heartland will be charging a 20% surplus on any loads containing kitchen scraps. And finally, January 1st, 2015, all kitchen scraps will be officially banned from Heartland Landfill. The implementation of these phases are all to help reach the CRD's goals of diverting 70% of waste by 2015. The 340 News team wants to know, how does this new bylaw affect you? Here to answer the question about residential collection is Kasha. Over to you.
Thank you, Courtney. I am here today in View Royal, one of 2 municipalities in Victoria that have successfully implemented, endorsed, and completed an organic waste pilot project from the CRD.
The CRD, along with the municipality of Oak Bay and the town of View Royal, conducted a pilot project for the collection of source-separated household organics from 4,000 homes. The Organic Waste Pilot Project tested the collection of organic material in combination with residential garbage collection. In View Royal, the private company Waste Management was hired, and they provided every residential home who participated with 2 bins, a gray one for garbage, a green one for organic waste. The purpose behind the Organic Waste Pilot Project was to determine the most cost-effective and sustainable program that would ensure the highest diversion of organic material. After 2 years, the pilot project was deemed a success. The final report concluded that participants diverted over 827 tons of potential waste material from the Heartland landfill. Instead, these organics were taken to a composting facility up island, where the kitchen scraps were processed and decomposed into soil compost, which could be sold later on for agricultural purposes. Upon termination of the pilot project, the CRD received positive feedback, and over 84% of participants indicated a desire to continue separating their organic material from their garbage. The success of the pilot program shows that the CRD's waste diversion goals for the future are achievable.
This is Kasha reporting live in the field. Back to you.
And now we have Emma, who is reporting on how commercial enterprises will have to adapt to meet the criteria of the organics ban in 2015.
Thank you, Courtney. There are concerns amidst the business community regarding new costs, sanitary issues, and staff compliance to the new regional kitchen scraps strategy. I've done some investigation in the field, and this is what I've found.
In Greater Victoria, the majority of businesses do not compost. There are doubts that composting could become a realistic goal for large businesses such as hotels and restaurants. There are also concerns regarding the ability for these businesses to meet health codes while composting. In today's competitive neoliberal market, businesses are overly concerned with economic profit, and some have easily turned a blind eye to the negative environmental impact that their waste production can produce on the hinterland. This is ironic because the raw materials originated from the now polluted hinterlands, coming full circle in the cycle of consumption. However, there is hope. It is estimated that around 2,000 businesses in the CRD have already implemented a composting strategy. It can be as simple as arranging for 2 disposal bins instead of 1, using adequate labeling and effective staff communication. On a positive note, this strategy could also allow for growth of potential new businesses based around composting infrastructure, procedures, and educational tutorials.
So as you can see, composting for business is possible if they take the initiative. Back to you, Courtney.
Emma, in today's increasing urbanized society, high-density, multi-family dwellings are an increasing reality. Can you tell our viewers who are watching what is to be expected?
Well, when it comes to condominiums and composting, things get a bit more complicated.
There is a lack of available information of how multifamily dwellings will deal with the upcoming 2015 restriction. Condominiums have been told that they will have to arrange for a private collection service like they already do for garbage. But issues could potentially arise in situations where older condominiums lack the available space for new composting infrastructure. Regional funding could provide potential financial support in these situations, like it already does for the Blue Box program. Financial support will most likely be needed for condominium owners and managers for them to be able to provide their residents with proper infrastructure and services.
This is Emma reporting live from the field. Back to you, Courtney.
So what has the City of Victoria done to prepare for the 2013 phase of the kitchen scrap strategy for residential units? The City of Victoria is in the process of purchasing new split packer trucks, curbside garbage and compost totes, and also kitchen catchers. They're establishing compost transferable sites as well as a composting facility at Heartland. An educational campaign will be launched in January 2013 before collection starts February 4th. The campaign will include personal user guides, open houses, and media releases.
On a deeper level, why have we let this problem get so out of hand in the first place? Overconsumption is a phenomenon that emerged around the 1950s. The creation of a mass production and consumer market created a vast distance between consumers and the waste they produce. This distance takes two forms. The first is a physical distance. By this we mean the concept of out of sight, out of mind, where as soon as garbage is thrown away, it is no longer considered your responsibility. The second is mental distancing, which has resulted from a lack of information, individual awareness, and societal responsibility when it comes to consumer waste. This distancing separates humans from the natural environment they live in. From an urban perspective, this also separates the urban core from the hinterlands. By applying an urban systems approach to the solution, people could better understand the connectivity. This, in combination with education, could decrease both the physical and mental distancing that has become the societal norm.
Now is the time to take responsibility for our actions, to view ourselves as part of a larger system, This bylaw is a step in the right direction, but it is not the driver of change. If the CRD wants to have the kitchen scrap strategy become successful among all 13 municipalities, they need to now focus on the root of the issue, which is social responsibility. By creating an attractive media advertising campaign for the kitchen scrap strategy, it will help to persuade citizens that by composting organic waste instead of tossing it into the garbage, they are joining in on a global trend and that their individual efforts are making a difference. People like popular. It's that simple. So far, the CRD has done a good job with their website, and as a tool it has lots of fantastic information. However, the Capital Regional District needs to use a boosterism approach to convince people that they should join the movement of living green. The CRD needs to frame composting in a desirable light, giving it an attractive identity and hopefully making it a socially modern trend in the region.
And that sums up our breaking news story. Thank you for watching. We apologize for the interruption, and the scheduled programming will now resume. This is 340 News signing off.